Namaste, I am Nishtha and welcome to another episode of the Nishwa Show. Today we have with us, um, I'm a fan of his work and I saw one of his reel on Instagram, and in those 20-25 seconds of reel, I just knew that I have to get him here on this show. So this is Tarun Malik. Hi, he is
Hello. Hi.
he is a psychologist and hypnotherapist from Delhi, India. So, hi Tarun, welcome.
Mm. Thank you. Hello.
Um, just first tell me, how are you?
I'm very well, actually. Thank you so much. How about you?
I am good. Just trying to
Yeah,
deal
okay.
with a lot of things in life, but I'm good.
Nice, nice. That is life.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
Tarun, tell the listeners a little bit about yourself and your journey as a psychologist, how it started, a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So basically, like my father is also a psychologist and he is practicing in the same field for the last 40 years and more.
Mhm.
So I grew up in that particular household where since the childhood I was able to witness the beauty of our mind, like how beautiful our mind can be if we put it in the right direction. So you can say, like from the childhood, I was shaped up to follow his footsteps. Like nobody forced me, but I actually wanted to pursue this particular profession because it actually is quite fascinating for me to see how beautiful achievements we can achieve in our life as long as we have that kind of positive and focused mental attitude. So for this, I thought that in order to help others, I need to first learn and understand how our mind works. So in order to do that, psychology was the way. And along with studying psychology, I have also studied hypnotherapy. Like we have our own institute by the same name, Indian Hypnosis Academy. So in that we provide like treatment using hypnotherapy and counseling as well, or as well as we are providing courses of the hypnotherapy. So in order to understand our human mind more, hypnotherapy has been one of the most beneficial tool for me personally because it helps us to reach beyond the conscious mind. It can help us to go to the subconscious mind where we can actually do the reprogramming which is needed in order to shape up our life and get out of any kind of issue or misery we are having in our life. So for the past 7 years, I have been practicing this, and it's been a very beautiful journey so far, and I am hoping that in the future also it's going to be even more beautiful.
Wow. So you talked about reprogramming the subconscious mind, right? We hear all sorts of
Yes,
things on
yes.
the internet, thanks
Mhm.
to
True.
the people who never studied psychology but still are talking about reprogramming subconscious mind.
Yeah, that
So,
is true.
so just elaborate a little bit about, like, we want authentic knowledge. So please share what exactly does that mean?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Reprogramming subconscious mind.
Okay. See, if we talk about reprogramming our subconscious mind, it's like how we are directing our mind into following a different path. Like, suppose if somebody is going through anxiety. So, when we follow that particular protocol in which we are helping the patient to come out of that anxiety, through counseling, we are helping him through different behavioral exercises as well as mental exercises. So, we combine both of them using hypnotherapy. So, in the hypnotherapy, we bypass the conscious mind and we directly access the subconscious mind. Basically, our control panel is our subconscious mind. So everything, like whatever kind of a person we are, you are, I am, whatever kind of human beings we are, everything is being controlled by our subconscious mind. In order to reprogram, or I can say, like, in order to live a good life, we need to access that subconscious mind and reprogram it. And by reprogramming, I mean to change those particular negative thoughts or beliefs into the positive thoughts and beliefs. So this is the journey through which, using hypnotherapy, we can reprogram anybody who's willing and gives their consent. First of all, it does not work in the way in which we have seen on so many videos on social media and on various movies as well, in which somebody is coming and they are just hypnotizing the person and the person completely surrenders their willness and control, and he or she will do whatever we will ask them to do.
Yeah.
I truly hope if there was actually point one. 0.1% of truth in that particular process, it would have been very great for us. But it does not work in that way. It's actually quite like it's a counseling tool. It's a psychological tool. It's a counseling process in which we are helping people to come out of their issues. We are just combining two processes in hypnotherapy. One is the meditative process in which we feel relaxation in our body, and second is the counseling process. When you combine both, it becomes hypnotherapy. And when we do hypnotherapy, it has quicker rate of success and it is very much efficient in comparison with other communicative therapies. They all are very much great and beneficial, there is no doubt about it. But hypnotherapy, if we compare it with hypnotherapy, we have seen successes and actually miracles using hypnotherapy. And even we have witnessed such cases which cannot be defined properly in the terms of normal counseling, I can say. So that kind of success is being shown through hypnotherapy.
Yeah, I have heard a lot of good reviews about hypnotherapy myself, and I have experienced it, so
Okay.
I know that it can help
Mhm.
in ways beyond human explanation. So,
True.
just let us know that things can be improved only from this lifetime, or is there a past lifetime,
Mhm.
or can we improve things? Okay, so first, is there a past life? Things like that exist.
If we believe the movie Karan Arjun, then definitely there is past life. But apart from that, it actually it does exist. Like there have been so many cases. There are so many cases all across the internet we can read where we have seen true examples of people narrating their past lives, and it has helped so many people to understand our human mind. When we read about some ancient saints or sages like Mahatma Buddha, so it has been said that he has seen so many of his past lives. So when we talk about him, we see him as a god. But when we talk about human beings, then we completely dismiss this notion and we say, no, past life does not exist. It actually does exist. And yes, we do past life regression therapy also, through which we access the past life, but only in specific cases, not in every. But yes, if needed, we will do past life session as
Okay. And so how in what cases do you think that, okay, now
well.
this person needs a past life regression, or this person doesn't need? What's the basis of that?
All right. If somebody who is coming for past life regression sessions, we usually have two purposes. First one is out of curiosity. It is the most common one. Like people are so fascinated by this particular concept of past life, Pishla Janam. What were we in our past life? So we use hypnotherapy and then we help them to understand their past life. But still, it will not work on a vague basis. Like in order to access your past life, we need to have a particular set of questions which we can ask our subconscious mind. So on the basis of those particular questions, our subconscious mind will automatically will take us to that particular past life. It can be just immediate past life, it can be many past life before as well. And that helps us to understand whatever is going on with this life, and that has the direct connection with that particular past life. That is the first notion, that is out of curiosity. Second is on this particular notion, like there has been a book written also, Many Lives, Many Masters. So in that book also, what was the case, like in which a patient who is suffering from n number of issues or any one issue as well, and they are not able to find any root cause of that particular problem in the past life. Suppose for example, if somebody is very much scared of relationships, they are not able to commit in any relationship, they have no recorded memory in their mind where they had any kind of trouble having relationships. Even when they were growing up, they saw their parents, mom and dad both, having a very beautiful relationship. They saw their other family members having a very beautiful relationship among themselves. If you're talking about the partnership of a couple, but still they're having some issues. So in such cases, there might be a possibility that there might be some connection with either of their past lives, with any of their past lives, because of that particular incident which happened in the past, that is still haunting them or that is still troubling them in this particular memory. Because our subconscious mind, like it is the storage data. So our subconscious mind has two kinds of memory. One is modern memory, which is the memory of this particular life, and the second one is primitive memory. The primitive memory, that particular section of our brain or mind, which stores the information of our previous lives, and it keeps on adding up. More we keep on taking births. So we access the primitive memory section, and then through that, we access that particular past life through which we can get answers that why is that particular patient is having relationship issues despite being completely normal, despite having completely normal childhood, having no abuse whatsoever, having no kind of trauma whatsoever. So in this particular memory, we have seen till the childbirth that there is no issue of trauma of any sort, no abuse of any sort, but still there are relationship issues, and this is not a learned behavior. Through age regression is a phenomena in that we access the life, this particular life, till the childbirth, and we access any kind of memory through which we can get any kind of message or any kind of evidence that something wrong happened on this particular day. That is why that person is having relationship issues. So despite doing age regression, there has been no recorded problems, there has been no things like which can give us any kind of answers due to the troubles which they are facing. Then ultimately we can say as a last resort, we take turn toward the past life regression therapy, and then uh, we have seen answers, we have come across several answers through the past lives which can help us to understand this life as well. So yes.
So, for anyone who's wondering that
Mhm,
they want a past life regression therapy or even hypnotherapy,
mhm,
this usually happens when you
mhm.
have one burning question in your heart, that why is
True.
this happening? So, to answer that one
Mhm,
why, you can go through these
mhm,
therapies. It's not something
mhm,
which you think that, oh, you'll get to know that I was so and so person in past life and I was living a life like this. To questions, of course there can be answers to these, but usually there's just one issue
mhm,
which you can
mhm,
get your answers for through these therapies,
mhm.
right? I just summed
Yes,
it up for everyone, right?
yes. We
So
can get that answer of why.
yeah, so to answer the whys we can go for any of these therapies. So let's say if someone is going through a lot in their life, let's say
Mhm,
career or relationships or any part of their life, and
mhm,
if they got to know through any therapy that okay, this was something stemming up from their past life, then
mhm,
what is of course it depends on case to case, but what's like the
mhm.
first thing that person can do to correct that,
Okay.
or even if
See it.
someone feels
Mhm,
that this is something not from their current life, this is something from their past life,
uh-huh,
even if they haven't gone through any therapy,
mhm,
they some people just have
mhm.
that know that intuitively. So what's the
Okay.
first thing that you would suggest that they can do to improve their condition?
Okay. See, when we know the problem, when we know the reason actually for the problem is half solved. Like, for example, if we are taking our car to the mechanic and we have some issues with the engine, and if we are unable to find out the problem of that particular noise which is coming from the engine, the problem will always remain 100%. So as soon as the mechanic is able to find out that this particular wire is being loose, and because of the loosening of this particular wire, the engine is making noise. So now we know the reason. So since we know the reason, the problem is half solved. So now what we need to do, the take the next step to tighten up that particular wire. Similarly, when we are talking about our mental health, when we know the reason, we have some sort of calmness, some sort of relief in our mind that at least now I know the reason why my life is like this. It gives us some sort of hope and some sort of motivation as well, that now I know on which particular sectors I need to work on, because those reasons give us those answers on the areas on which we need to work upon. Earlier we were not able to find out on which particular sector of our personality we need to work upon. Let's say from that particular memory of past life, we are able to conclude that we need to work more upon our trust. So now we need know that we need to increase the trust upon other people so that we can live a good relationship because we can't have a good relationship without trust. It's the basis of any relationship, let it be any friendship, any couple, any kind of relationship, we can say. So now when we know that particular reason, we can work upon it. And the best part to work upon it is either, like, we recommend the patients, they can either take help of hypnotherapy to improve their trust. Along with hypnotherapy, we will recommend them some sort of practices to do back at home also. If they are okay with hypnotherapy, we will continue with the clinical hypnotherapy sessions. If not, then we also recommend them, like, they can go for the counseling sessions. If they want, they can go for CBT. However, in this situation, there is no requirement of CBT, but we will nonetheless recommend them. So whatever options they are comfortable with, we can proceed with that, because then they will be happy at least that now I need to work on this particular section, and with that happiness, the recovery is quite swifter and quicker and efficient. That is why when I said earlier, because hypnotherapy actually provides us solutions quite quicker than other communicative therapies. This is one of the reasons why.
Yeah. Okay. Any self improvement or self healing techniques that you can share with people, which where they can start there,
Mhm,
because there are people. I'm in Sydney right now, and I meet a lot of
mhm,
youngsters. Back in India, also,
mhm,
most of the people that I was dealing were teens, or like the
mhm,
teenagers, or early 20s, or sometimes in their late 40s or early 50s. So,
mhm.
and these are the age groups which are the most vulnerable people. Like, they don't know how to share,
Mhm.
they don't know what to
True.
share. So,
Mhm,
for them, what are a few things which you can suggest where they can start their healing journey?
mhm. All right. First thing which we need to accept and understand is, in every part of the world, mental health therapy is quite expensive. It is not a hidden agenda. Everybody knows this, that yes, mental health therapy everywhere is quite expensive. If we talk about anybody, they would feel like I need to go to a therapist every alternative day or every week or every second week. Like this, we regularly need to see the therapist. We need to spend certain amount of money regularly only on the therapy. This is quite a big burden upon them. We may ignore this factor, but we know the truth that yes, it actually plays a very vital role, because patients do complain about this. So if we talk keeping this money section in the mind, let's say everybody nowadays has mobile phone, right? Like, I am having this conversation with you on the mobile phone itself. So everybody nowadays has mobile phone. It is being said, like, when we have resources, we should utilize it in a very efficient manner so that we can get the best out of it. Now we cannot go to therapy every day, but we can make this mobile phone our therapist. So the best advice which I can give to anybody is, whenever we have this urge that we need to share something with anybody, we just want a piece of ear who can, like, listen to us, and who can hear what we want to express, because there is a lot going inside us and we just want to vent it out. So the best advice is, keep your mobile phone in front of you, switch on the video mode, start recording yourself, and have a conversation with your own self. So be your own shoulder, I will say. Like, it is not advisable that every single time we are doing the same thing. No, you should seek an expert also. But apart from those situations, when we are feeling down, when we know that at this moment I have nobody to talk to, I can't just go anywhere and do anything. So no need to go anywhere, and no need to feel helpless as well. We have the tool in our own hands. Put your mobile phone in front of you, start recording, and whatever you want to say, start saying, because it's like a venting out process. Imagine, like, we are cooking something in a pressure cooker and there is no space to vent out the air from the top. It will burst out. Similarly, when we're talking about bursting out mentally, we will go crazy, we will have so many negative thoughts, we will have depressive thoughts, and it is not at all good for us. In that situation, in order to avoid that situation, use a mobile phone, record yourself. You want to talk for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes, for half an hour, for 1 hour, you have the mobile phone, start talking, start speaking. Soon, when you are done, switch off the video, delete the video. There is no need to watch the video, just delete it. There is no point to rewatch whatever you want to vent out. There is no need to again retake the same information. Just delete the video. we will feel that yes, now I'm feeling quite lighter, quite healthier, quite happier. Start seeing a pattern that the quantity or that the length of the video is getting shorter and shorter on daily basis. Because every day when we are following this practice of venting out, we also follow healthy habit of not keeping anything close to our heart, which is not at all required for our mental growth. So we follow a healthy habit as well, and along with that, we are following another habit in which we are becoming our own counselor, and we are speaking out, and we are hearing out our own selves. It may sound like some kind of a silly suggestion, but actually it works quite well.
It
So
works.
this is the one advice. This is the one advice which I want to give. Another one is the old method, which is quite old, being practiced since ages, like journal writing. Before we go to bed, start writing your thoughts and do the same thing with them. Like if you do not want to read those thoughts again the next day, tear the page off and throw it in the dustbin. And you want, like, throw it outside, burn it off, whatever you want to do. This is another practice which we can do. Both the methods are venting out processes which will help us to feel lighter at heart and our mind level, and it actually helps also.
Okay. That's something that I have done, and I can assure everyone that it works. It works wonders. Both the journal writing, the
Yeah.
video. Now I'm a pro at video, so I got bored of it. So now I'm back to the mirror, and I think that also works
Yes.
wonders. The main thing is to really understand that we all are
Mhm.
humans, and we all
Mhm.
need people in our life. We all need someone to
Mhm.
talk to. And sometimes
Mhm.
um, all people around us, we are all going through things, and we can't be there for each other. So why not be your own person? And that's the whole purpose of therapy or hypnotherapy or any other kind of therapy.
True.
So, okay. So, Tarun, we actually decided that we'll be talking about past lives only, but we got to therapy. So,
It's okay.
probably we will talk about, we'll do a detailed episode about past life, which will be much more
Mhm.
structured. This was all over the place, but I think that probably this is what people needed to hear today,
Okay.
right? So,
Mhm.
thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And guys,
Thank you.
please follow him on Instagram. I'm sure you all would have already been following him because he's quite famous. But I will share his details for more in the
Mhm.
description box. You can check that out. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for being here, Tarun.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you. I hope that you
Mhm.
liked this. It was a quick, short.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, it was wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all the listeners. Thank you, everyone. See ya in the next episode. Rather, you'll hear me with someone else.
Mhm.
So stay blessed. Take care. See ya.